Well, it seems like there's this Barna Nagy. This is called Barney Rubble. It seems like Barney Rubble thinks he can debunk the moon landings with that little animated feature narrated by Michael Collins of Apollo 11. Yeah. Let's see how idiotic he is, shall we?
I was recording a video about the 33-degree Freemasonry, and then I went to Google and I saw this new Google Doodle, which is about the 50 years of anniversary of the moon landing. And I was like, I can't leave you guys without some commentary from me. If I didn't do that, you would be missing me. So without further ado, let's investigate. Alright, so this is the Google Doodle of the 50-year-old anniversary of the moon landing. So basically 50 years of fakery. Let's celebrate 50 years of bullshit.
You're an idiot.
So let's see what bullshit do they have in stock for us. Let's watch this video.
Sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Alright.
I'm Mike.
So they had to draw this because it's all fake, right? First of all. But
So, because they made a cartoon about it, that means that the whole moon landing, Apollo 11, all of it was fake. Well, two can play it that game. If the moon landing's fake because of that cartoon, then I guess this is fake too.
Experiment, a boat carrying a flag rode from one bridge to another 6 miles away. An observer with a telescope placed 8 inches above the surface of the water found that the flag and the boat were distinctly visible throughout the entire distance. If the Earth is a sphere with a circumference of 25,000 miles, then over a distance of 6 miles, the second bridge should mathematically be 16 feet below the observer's eye line.
Yep, the Bedford Level experiment is fake because they made a cartoon about it. Yeah, blame old Barney Rubble for that one.
let me show you something here. I'm going back. So on this video you can see when the ignition starts. Let's have a look at that.
2, 1, 0.
Okay, so you can see that first the cloud is coming here, not on the stage, right? Because basically they are using a cloud engine.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
So obviously they have to fake that, and they show this in an animation as well, so that you can see that they are lying. Obviously, this is just a cloud engine, nothing else.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32.
Hi, I'm Mike Collins, astronaut on Apollo 11. 50 years ago, I went on an adventure which took Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to the surface of the moon for the first time in history, while I stayed in orbit 60 miles above them in the command module, which would eventually bring us all home. After a big breakfast, our rocket lifted off in the morning of July 16, 1969. Neil, Buzz, and I felt the weight of the world.
1969, by the way, again, numerology here.
You, sir, are an idiot.
On our shoulders. It took around 400,000 people to land humankind on the moon. From engineers to computer programmers to the people who sewed.
Computer programmers, you're kidding me? Well, of course they needed computer programmers because they needed computer graphics, CGI, to make the shit available. None of this would have been possible without computer programmers. That's what he's saying.
Airtight spacesuit. We thought our onboard computer was very sophisticated, but in fact it had less computing power than what we all carry around in our pockets today.
Okay, so their computer was less powerful than the computers we have now, and yet that computer was helping them to land to the moon? You know, give me a fucking break.
NASA worked with 3 antennas around the Earth, one in Spain, one in...
Okay, so they work with 3 antennas in space, right? Satellites they are calling it, to communicate with the people on the moon, right? But if you are going to the mountains, you're losing signal. Alright, so you buy this bullshit.
You're an idiot!
in Australia and one in California. So our team in Houston could see us anytime and tell what our trajectory should be, no matter which way the Earth was turned. We were in constant sunlight between the Earth and the Moon. In order to regulate the temperatures on Apollo 11, we had to perform a maneuver which some called the barbecue roll, in which we rotated sideways like a chicken on a spit.
Rotating sideways like a chicken. And they say this and you buy this shit. Oh man, like it's so ridiculous.
Stupid!
Oh man.
The first time we saw the moon up close, it was a magnificent spectacle. It was huge.
Wow.
The sun was coming around it, cascading and making a golden halo, and filled our entire window.
Wow.
As impressive as the view was of this alien moon seen up close, it was nothing compared to the sight of the tiny Earth. The Earth was the main show.
Yeah, the Earth was the main show. That was the point. The reason why they had to go to the fucking moon is to take a picture of the Earth that it's indeed a globe. What a bullshit. And of course they faked the whole thing, obviously. They never went to the moon and they just photoshopped the Earth into it so that they can sell us the lie that indeed the Earth is a globe.
This is stupid! This is stupid! 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 Stupid!
Okay.
Yeah. After a tense descent, in which they almost ran out of fuel, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on...
Dramatic, right? Very dramatic. They almost ran out of fuel, but they were already close to the moon. So if they are almost running out of the fuel, then how did they get back?
You stupid.
They're not talking about that.
the moon on July 20th, 1969.
Tranquility Base here, the Eagle.
By the way, looking at the stars, some of the crew said they were able to see the stars and some said they didn't. These actors don't even know sometimes what to say to questions. Obviously this is just fakery.
Son of a gum-chewing funk monster! Why the fruit does all this funny stuff happen to me? Forget my life! Always surrounded by miserable, failing clods, like this whole world just likes to bend me over and find me in the Alps! Like I'm some sort of schlock receptacle. Well, as far as I care, these miserable cows can have a fancy barbecue with a goddamn pig!
Hard landed. Step off the land. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
One small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. That's the thing that we had to learn in school, right? We had to learn this shit. The programming, The agenda, none of this is true. What a bullshit. If there's a one eye symbolism, I guess there's a one leg symbolism as well here.
You're an idiot.
Neil and Buzz set up.
Oh yeah, of course, and we have to see celebrating. We are going to the moon. Wow.
Flag and a plaque that read, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind." Behind the moon I was by myself, all alone, but
Behind the moon, I was by myself? What the fuck is talking about?
not lonesome. If you counted, there were 3 billion plus 2 people on one side and me on the other. I felt very comfortable back there. I even had hot coffee.
Oh man, this fakery. He's now drinking the hot coffee. Looks like hot shit to me.
You are a douchebag. That's right, a douchebag. A total douchebag.
We arrived back on Earth on July 24th, 1969, and landed in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh really?
We were invited to take a tour
3 parachutes, right? 3 symbolism.
around the world, and I was amazed that everywhere we went, people would say, we did it. We, you and me, the inhabitants of this wonderful Earth, we
Well, of
did
course,
it."
and they have to show the curvature, which is non-existent.
You stupid.
Houston, Mike Collins on Apollo 11. Thank you so much for joining me today. Mike Collins out.
What a fakery. And of course we are showered with fake news. Let's start with the sun. Apollo 11 moon landing. NASA reveals stunning new photos from lunar surface to celebrate mission's 50th anniversary. Right? So how is it that on the 50th anniversary there are new photos? That's interesting. So 50 years ago they made these pictures, right? But only now they release it? Like what the fuck? Okay, let's have a look at this fakery. Obviously this is all fake. It's cut out from the background, as you can see. No stars, even though other astronauts said that they can see the star. The stars, no problem. And this thing, you believe that this shit, this foil, this tin foil, can come here on the moon? Like, give me a fucking break.
What a dope. What a maroon.
Again, some more fakery. This tin foil, I mean, I don't know what to say. And of course, they were able to bring up a car right there to the moon. No stars whatsoever. Digging something. Let's go a little bit further. Here's what I wanted to show you. Like, what is this? Winnie Mae, Years War, 1934, 1935. That's what they were wearing to go to 15,000 meters to space. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe this shit. People believe this. Evening Standard, moon landing conspiracy theories. Here's why some people think the Apollo 11 mission was fake. Of course they have to mock us because they know they are being caught, and that's why when you look for Flat Earth on YouTube you will find nothing, literal nothing except shills and BBC, CNN fakery. The Verge, how to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. Take part in a historic occasion. Historic occasion of fakery, right? And people, these sheep, were celebrating going to the moon. They are already preparing for the celebration, which is tomorrow on the 20th. All of this is fakery. We are celebrating fakery of the liars. From The Guardian, they nailed it how a little dish in Australia broadcast the moon landing to the world. In Australia, and it was a little dish, right? They admit it, it is fake. It's not technology. It's a little dish. It's as fake as it gets, honestly. And these organizations lie to you. Available for everyone, funded by readers. Give me a fucking break. This is a government organization. We know this. They are funded by them, and then there are people who subscribe to them and give them their money to read lies. Euronews, half a century on, moon landing conspiracy theories persist. Of course, because it's all fake, but they are again just mocking us. Here's an article from Vox. Humans landed on the moon 50 years ago and it's still freaking awesome. And now they are projecting the rocket that sent the Apollo 11 into orbit on July 16, 1999. Projected on the Washington Monument. Freemason Monument, Freemason sign of lies. Hulu is getting NASA TV in time for the moon landing anniversary, right? NASA X is a new NASA television program that follows innovative new technologies and the NASA scientists, researchers and engineers who are putting them to work for us. Start watching NASA from $5.99 a month. And people pay for this shit? To watch actors? Liars? You must be kidding me.
I think I'll end this video with a song that best describes Barney Rubble here. Enjoy!
あんた本当にバカですね。本当にバカですね。Tennis.あんた本当にバカですね。